I'm Stephanie from day 24 of the 30-day video challenge, and this is part 2 of the how to edit a trip video in Premiere Pro. So in the last video I told you how to organize your footage and how to get started in the whole process of kind of the workflow of getting your footage from your camera into your computer and how to organize it in a way that will help you during editing. So today I'm going to give you a look at how you organize it all within Premiere Pro and where to get started in getting the basic structure of your trip video and figuring out just what to do with all this footage. So we'll jump straight to Premiere now, and as you can see in the project window, I have some very logical sequences of base folders here. So I've got my music, my footage and my sequences. This makes it really easy when you need to find something. Say I need a clip, I just go into the footage section and it will show me, as you can see, all of the footage that I have. And depending on what footage you have, say you've done it over a couple of days, you can organize it by days. Say you've had a couple of different people shooting, you can organize it by the camera person, but it's just whatever fits with the particular project and whatever you find easiest to edit with. So for this trip we had a couple of people shooting on their iPhones and then one main cameraman, which was Dave. So that's why I've got these two folders here. And as you can see, this is where all of the footage is. So it's very easy to go in and out. Generally what I do is load up the footage, make these files, always a music file, always a footage file, always a sequence file. The sequence is, I have a sequence file because I usually work with a few sequences just so I don't lose any work in the process. So once I've done one step, an example of a step would be getting all of the good clips out of all of the footage. Then I will copy that sequence and then edit that sequence further. So say like moving clips around and cutting it to music from that point on. But that way I will always have that other sequence that has just all the raw clips in it. And this just helps if you ever need to go back or if you accidentally delete some clips, you've got kind of save points, if you will. It's kind of like saving different versions of your project just in case you want to go back and retrieve anything. Now, once I import all of the footage, I just go through every clip, like I mentioned in the previous video. I'll just do this one here. So I play the clip through and usually use a few shortcuts. So I speed it up just so it doesn't take so long to go through the clip. You can usually see pretty easily what is visually appealing and what is not. So this is kind of not very exciting, it's just stairs, but this shot looks quite nice where it's kind of stepping out into the light. So I'll just grab that clip and drag it into the timeline. Again, the shortcuts that are quite useful for this is using insert. So you can use your in-out points, which is I and O. So you set the start of your clip with the I and the end of your clip with your O, and then you can just press the dash to insert it into the timeline. So you can kind of get a really quick workflow where you in, out, insert, and then keep playing the clip and grab another section that you think is cool and insert it. When you're at this stage, just grab anything that looks cool. It doesn't have to have a logical sequence. You can get kind of different angles of the same clip. Just make sure you've got everything in there that could possibly ever look cool, and that way you've got the most options when you're actually editing the clip itself. And once you've done that, this is one of the points where I duplicate the sequence so that I've always got this one sequence with just all of the cool shots possible. And that's so if I start to delete a few shots and then there's a gap in my timeline, I can go back to that initial sequence and be like, oh yeah, I forgot about that clip that I deleted ages ago. I'm pretty much up to that point in this pre-done project. So just show you how you duplicate sequence, and then I'll name this one first draft. and as you can see, it's exactly the same. From this point, once I've got all the clips in there, I've got a bit of a better idea of what the overall feel is going to be for the video. So I will throw in a few different music choices to see what works with it and what doesn't, and then work on switching everything around and trying to make it look nice with the music. So I'll go through all of that in the next video, and that should probably end the video series. We'll see how well we go. Actually, I'm going to do 4 videos. Yeah, I'm going to do 4. I'll show you how to get everything in there with the music and play around with it so it looks good with the music, and then in the last video I'll show you all the little finishing touches that really make it look polished. This includes colour grading, this includes titles, and just all these little extra things that you can do that actually just double the production value that you would never even think of doing. So yeah, video number 2 for. See you tomorrow.